Okay, we will be doing the landslide demonstration for the small scale geoscience process investigation. And let me open this up. Okay, and we will start off with the thicker batter, and I'll get a toothpick and stick it in here. And I will measure the distance from the toothpick to the wall. So let me do that really fast. Okay, and using this measuring tape, I recorded 2.5 centimeters. So you can write that down, 2.5 centimeters in your table down here. And then I will flip this over at a 45-degree angle for 15 seconds and remeasure. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, let's remeasure. Since I have one hand, I'm going to have to pause. Okay, and we got 4.5 centimeters. So it moved 4.5 centimeters in the slow batter. So record that in your table. 15 seconds, 4.5 centimeters. And I will let you do the total distance moved by subtracting ending and starting. Okay, let's check out the fast batter. Let's put the toothpick in here. And I'm going to pause and measure. Okay, this one we have 2 centimeters as our starting point, 15 seconds, 45-degree angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I'm going to pause and measure. Okay, and we had 23 centimeters. That was really booking it. And so thin, the batter's so thin that the toothpick just fell over. So 23 centimeters. Go ahead and add that in your table. Seconds were 15 seconds. And then you'll have to find the speed, to find R, you'll have to do distance divided by time. And that will help you calculate the speed column. Okay, and then for land movement observations, use words like very slow, slow, fast. Yeah, you think of your own descriptive words. And then make sure you answer the questions below where it talks about landslide or slump. You can do some research on Google for that. All right, so we'll move on to the cave formation with limestone and carbonic acid. Okay, so this is the vinegar and limestone portion of the small-scale geoscience process investigation. So we'll do steps 1 through 4 together, and then I'll have you do your drawing and answer the questions below. So here we go. Step 1, place a small sample of limestone with enough acetic acid or vinegar to cover the stone. So I'm going to drop it in here, and then I'm going to take the vinegar and just pour it in just enough to cover the stone. Okay. And it says to do that for 1 minute. So I'm trying to work with one hand here. If I had a partner, I would have started this a bit earlier. But let's take a look here. Ooh, as you can see, we have some bubbles. We have a reaction happening with the acetic acid dissolving the limestone. So let me get a good picture there. Okay, and I'll put it to the side, and let's take a look at the other steps just to make sure we're doing everything. Okay, so we'll wait for 60 seconds, and you are to draw and write about your observations below. In step 4, remove the limestone and vinegar from the test tube, rinsing the stone with water. There is a question down here where it says Yeah, I thought there was a question that said that to check the bottom of the test tube for any dissolved limestone debris or sediments. So it might be interesting to check that out. Okay, it has been 1 minute 13 seconds. Let's take another look here. If I can get it to focus. There we go. So remember in our video that we watched about cave formation last class, we learned that limestone is made out of the sediments of dead organisms that have, they had calcified shells, and those organisms die, they fall to the bottom of the ocean floor, and after many years there's a buildup of those calcified shell remains, and when they get buried, they get compacted and cemented into a rock called limestone. And because vinegar is acid, you're seeing the bubbles. That's a reaction happening where the acid is dissolving the limestone. And this will happen to form caves much slower, especially if the rainwater, if it condensates and combines with carbon dioxide, it can form a weak acid called carbonic acid or acid rain. And that can fall to the ground, and it can be absorbed by the ground and dissolve limestone, forming caves. Okay, so let's see if we see any kind of sediments at the bottom. I'll drain off a little bit. Yeah, I do see just a few little sediments at the bottom. You might see them there. Very, very small black spots. Okay, so those are the dissolved remains of the rock. So yeah, pretty interesting. So go ahead and answer the questions. You can go back in the video and pause the video for your picture or your drawing right here. And yeah, remember to submit once you are completed. Bye-bye.